of life's secrets is that the worth is in the act. Options are before you. Choose one and dedicate yourself to it. This truck has given my life a lot of worth, but it's time to finally let it go. You're watching Steep in the Woods. I'm Josh.
I'm Celia.
And this is our daughter, Ivy. Here at Steep in the Woods, we are 100% off-grid. We live on a 14-acre mountaintop homestead nestled deep in the Appalachian Mountains of North Carolina. Here on Steep in the Woods, we do totally off-grid on a shoestring budget. You'll see no fancy stuff here. It's just making do with what you have and what you can figure out. There were a few final things that I felt like I needed to do. It's important to carry the torch. Whether the person you're selling, trading, what have you, whether that person expects it or whether it makes a difference, it's important to carry the flame and to do what you think is right. And since I had the parts, I had the time, I went ahead and just finished off the last few things that I needed to do to our $1,000 truck. Crack on the hay. Boy, that beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. It's imperative that both of them, are placed in the exact same spot. We do not want any mess ups here, man. If one of, lopsided like sloth or something. So measure out real good, and it's just math. Figure out where you want the bolts to go. Luckily with ours, the bolts are in line, as well as the cord is in that same line. So you just figure out a distance, drill your holes, bolt the suckers on. I will not be wiring them up right now, because that can be the next guy's deal. Man, say you want to have some fun. Two under 7, so that would be 1 under 3.5. I'm sure there is a professional term for that, but I don't know it. Right there. That's where the first hole goes. It is the wire hole. It'll be slightly larger than the other two on either side. That is the bolt hole. Now I'm just going to put a little mark where these bolts are. We're just keeping them all on this same, plane of existence here. That's where we'll put our other 2 holes. If you've been along for the project since the beginning, you'll know that we bought this truck for $1,000, and it always was kind of my dream truck. That bull nose old Ford truck, 4-wheel drive, the short bed. I mean, everything of it just spoke to me as that which I always wanted. Since then, we've dumped a ton of love, a ton of money, and a ton of labor in it. Everything from tune-ups, changing the fluids, universal joints, back shocks. We welded the frame on it. We built the bed, installed this keg gas tank deal. Just everything you could think of. However, it's time to let it go. We have some really, really big plans here on Steep in the Woods. Not only for the channel, but for our own personal lives. And I need something bigger. This truck is not big enough for what I have planned. Hey, plan big. The worth is in the act. Once something is done, either, continue to keep it, which is totally fine. Or if you're like me, let it go and get something better. I have a trade lined up. It's supposed to be here, soonish. I'm not going to spill the beans on what it is. I think that should be a surprise for y'all, but we have some huge plans coming up. Buckle in, it's about to get epic, right? And this is coming from the guy that built the tiny house on the mountain by himself. After owning this truck for an extended period of time and having my hands on every single little bit, I can tell you they are amazing. I would never ever get rid of this truck if my plans and if the direction we're going to take now wasn't so dramatically different from today's situation.
They are wonderful. I would encourage you, if you like them, if it's your kind of deal, go out there and get one. Be sure to check the frame for rust. That's about all that really matters on these old Fords here, especially a manual with the inline 6. If maintained properly, they will go forever. Rust will be your biggest enemy in the lifespan of one of these vehicles. I'm really sad to let it go. I don't want to see it go. I've put a lot of time, I've put a lot of energy, I've put a lot of love in it. And during that process, I knew full well that I wasn't going to be able to get that back out of it. So I have found someone who has what I am looking for to the T, like exactly what I wanted. A man has it, and he wants exactly what I have, and I know that he's gonna use it for what it really is. He's not going to take it apart for parts. He's not going to try to race it. He's not going to do a rock crawler. Because those cars only last a couple minutes. Anyway, dude flips over, car's ruined. So that was the best that I could hope for, was finding it a good home, and I did. This truck is going to a good home, and I'm getting exactly what I want out of it. Even though, if you were to write down the time and pay yourself a decent, a livable wage, and write down how much money you spent on the deal, you're just never going to get that back out of it. That's why a lot of life, the worth is in the act. If you're always, fixated on trying to get, every last cent that you are owed, only doing things that have profit in them, you're going to miss a lot of what life can offer you. You can't take your money with you. All you have are your memories. So when you die, you're going to wish that you had tried a lot of these different things. I believe that more people would have wished that they did more with their life, whether they got paid for it or not. Just experience, move, try to make every day a real day. And like I said, if you find one of these trucks on the cheap with limited rust issues, pick it up. They're freaking amazing. If you like what you saw, hit that button. If you're new to the project, hit that other button. I would encourage you to turn on your notifications. If you want to help support the project, there are links below. As always, a huge thank you to our members, the glue that holds the Steep in the Woods project together. Until next time, here, Steep in the Woods.